Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate it if you purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be going over a Rolex Datejust 36 with a rhodium, or otherwise known as slate. The two terms are interchangeable. A very dark gray with very light tones as well. Sunray dial, index hour marks with the Oyster Bracelet. Two-tone with the Ever Rose or Rose Gold. Reference number 126231. Alright, we'll be going over the case, the dial, the bezel, as well as the crown functions, the movement, as well as the bracelet. And I'll be giving you my thoughts on all of these throughout the video. Alright, as indicated in its name, this is a Datejust 36, meaning it is 36 millimeters from finger to thumb. That's the diameter of the case. We have a monoblock middle case with the screw-down case back and the Rolex winding crown, signature winding crown, to ensure waterproofness down to 100 meters or 330 feet. The entire case here is fully polished, a high polish, right? As you can see, if my camera will actually focus, a high polish, as you can see on the front of these lugs as well as the side of the case. That's made of the Rolex's own proprietary oyster steel, which is steel combined with other minerals and other elements to create this compound that's exceptionally lustrous when polished to a high degree, and it also maintains a very nice solid construction, so no issue there. On the very front we have the Ever Rose Gold bezel, a fluted bezel. Alright, and Ever Rose Gold is also oyster steel combined with red gold to make this very nice rose gold, very nice mid-tone, warm rose gold that comes from Rolex only. It's made to essentially hold on to that rose gold color, because other colors, other rose gold, tend to lose their rosé sort of tint over time, but Rolex claims that theirs does not, and so far I haven't seen any sort of discoloration from their rose gold at all. So that gives it a very nice overall look to this dial as well as the case here. Speaking of the dial, we also have this sunray pattern dial with a rhodium or slate dial. It can be either way. They're both essentially a mid-tone gray, where you can also see the sunray patterning. Those are the light tints with the really deep shadows in there, so you can read the time at any angle. It's very, very nice. The camera just doesn't do it justice. You need to see this with your own eyes to actually see the sunray effect on this one. I really like these slate dials because you have that excellent sense of contrast. It's very easy to read those index hour markers, and it's just plain gorgeous. All right, so looking at these hour marks, these index hour marks, also 18 karat Ever Rose Gold, as well as, just like the bezel, the winding crown, and the middle links of the bracelet. We have the chroma light applied onto those marks, so we can turn out the lights here. We can actually see that Rolex's own chroma light gives it a very nice bluish tint, if my camera will actually focus nicely. There we go. All right, very nice high blue tint on there, giving it a very easy read in any lighting situation. Hour and minute hands lit up, as well as all of the index markers. The only ones that don't light up are obviously the Rolex crown and the date aperture at 3 o'clock. Let's turn on the lights to see it. It's hiding underneath. Well, it's not really hiding. It's actually magnified by this Cyclops lens built directly onto this scratch-proof and glare-proof sapphire crystal, right? Made for easy reading of the date. All right, and when it comes to the functions here, simply all you need to do is just unwind the crown to the first position. This allows you to wind the watch by turning it clockwise. All right, about 20 to 30 full winds from a dead stop is all you need to get it started from a dead stop to its full power reserve. All right. Pull it out to the next position, rotate it clockwise. It's about a quarter turn, maybe a little bit less than that, to advance the date forward by 1. So if you find yourself a time traveler, or say you're on the 30th of a month, you can just do a single rotation nice and quick, and you're on the 1st of the next month very easily. Right? Pull the crown out to the final and most outer position, and notice that it stops the seconds hand. That's the hacking function to allow you to then adjust the minute hand for precise timekeeping. All right, press the crown all the way back in, screw it tightly back against the case to ensure that superior water resistance. Alright, and so what makes all of this work is the movement that's made in-house by Rolex. That is the 3235 manufactured by Rolex. That means that it has a plus or minus 2 second per day time differential after casing. As you can see right on the dial, it is a superlative chronometer certification, meaning that it exceeds COSC standards of timekeeping. It has the center hour, minute, and seconds hands all mounted in the center. As I said, it has an instantaneous date with rapid setting and stop seconds for precise time setting, all of which I had just demonstrated. The oscillator is a paramagnetic blue parachrome hairspring with high-performance Paraflex shock absorbers. What does that mean? You can take a few bumps, you can get relatively close to magnets. It won't affect the timekeeping of the watch. All right. It also has a bidirectional self-winding via a perpetual rotor, meaning that you can simply wind the watch and then put it on your wrist, and the natural movements of your wrist will keep it wound up to the natural, or the approximate rather, 70-hour power reserve. Quite impressive for a Datejust or any sort of watch that measures so much on it. All right, it has basically means you can set this down on a Friday evening, you pick it back up on a Monday morning next week, and it'll be ready to go. No need to wind the watch. Excellent power reserve from Rolex there. Looking here at the framing here, we have the Oyster style bracelet, 3-piece links across, high polish down the center links, which are the second of the two tones. The first of the two tones is the satin brush finishing of this oyster steel, so we have steel sandwiching this Everose gold, giving it that two-tone look. A very nice gentle taper down to the oyster folding clasp with the Rolex logo directly on there. You can simply lift the top and it unhooks nice and easy. You have the Rolex stamped logo on the inside with the steel and all the necessary little stamps in there to verify that you are indeed working with steel on this one. And the advantage to having this folding clasp is that you have the Easy Link 5mm extension. What this is that once you get this watch sized to your wrist nice and snug, and say you drink an entire bowl of ramen, spicy ramen on a hot summer day, and you just pounded about 3 liters of water. Well, your wrist is probably going to swell a little bit. So if you need a little bit of extra space, you can just go in here, pull it directly outward, and there you go. 5mm of extra link. That's basically a half an oyster link there. All right, and when you no longer need it, you can just fold it back in on itself, snap it back in, nice and easy. All right, so very nice use there. And while I'm here, I can also try it on, give you some of my thoughts as to how it wears on the wrist. All right, now looking at it on my wrist, at least 7 inches in circumference. So about average size, maybe a little bit smaller for my build at least. All right, 36mm case fits very nicely on my wrist because I do get an excellent framing of the bracelet on both sides, as well as a good clear view of the dial there. As you can see, I can see the index counters very well against this slate backdrop, or in other words, rhodium backdrop, same color, and this nice sort of warm glow from the bezel really makes this sort of shine a lot more than you would think it does. All right, and when it comes to the wearability, extremely comfortable and nothing new from Rolex there. We have the way that this case is shaped, the lugs sort of tapered down a little bit outward when you're looking at the bottom there on the feet. This one fits my wrist perfectly. I don't get too much venting of the wrist here, not a huge problem because the Oyster bracelet does provide plenty of that with no pinching of the skin or epilation of the hairs. All right, plenty of comfort to go all the way around the entire thing, the entire assembly here. The case, not all that heavy because it is just a Datejust. It's not a Submariner or Sky Dweller, for example. And the bracelet with all of the links in here acts as a really good counterweight actually against the case. So even though there's a little bit of wobble, I do get a center of gravity a little bit above, just a little bit above center of mass there. So it's actually pretty good, and actually very excellent, comfortable wear. You barely notice this on your wrist when you have it. Very good form factor as well, so it slides very easily under a suit cuff. All right, so enough of what I think. What do you guys think about this watch? Let us know down in the comments below. Be sure to like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch or any other watch, visit us in our online store, jazztime.com. Links in the description below. You can buy this watch, any used version, discontinued version. Let us know. Go to that page, hit the buy now button. We'll see you then, and take care of each other. See you next time.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.